Hello, guys, and welcome back from my studio, which is my room. I did a couple of videos in the past from here, and I decided to uh, get back to this style again. So I hope you like it. I did some modification. I can't show you right now, but I put a fan here, like a ceiling fan, which is more bright light, for design and aspect. And yeah, um, so I think things is gonna be nice in the future here. And yes, now uh, in this video, I want to talk about a common topic. Before I get into that, uh, I want to tell you honestly, um, in my titles, and I mean, since my last video about why dating is so hard, in my titles and description, I'm using some AI advice, to just uh, put specific uh, phrases for people to search more easily my videos, because sometimes when I noticed when I do some titles from my own mind, from my own perspective, uh, either it feels like it's no reachable my videos, like no views, or some kind of worse than that, it kind of uh, redirect my videos to some audience which has nothing to do with my videos and only just put some comments which is not appropriate. So I'm using some kind of AI advice, some recommendations from AI, to just put some titles which is specific for people who really needs to hear this message, who really needs to uh, hear and find out some guidance in this. So yeah, I'm using this, because I really want my videos to be high audience to for people to see, and I still, I don't want to gain anything from my videos, like some sort of income from YouTube. I don't want to do this. I don't want any of this. My videos is just like from my heart, from pleasure, and this video is purely genuine, even though I use some AI title, but video is pure genuine, and I'm speaking from my mind, so you guys can watch it, So yeah, with that being said, let's get into it. So in this video, guys, someone recommend me, which is really nice. I appreciate that. From my last video, uh, why dating feels hard today, or something like that, which title I put there from AI, something like that. And someone recommend me to do a video about social media, how social media affects our daily life and our especially our relationships, and things like that. And I'm gonna tell you from my own opinion, is saying from my own opinion, I'm not an expert, it's just from my own opinions, feelings, and experiences as well. You are more than welcome, guys, to just comment and say your story, say your perspective, and try to resonate to a good conclusion in the end. So yes, guys, first of all, social media was designed to isolate people, from my opinion. Social media at first was good. You can search, for example, let's say internet back then. It was a great environment. You can search whatever you like, even information, things like that. But in time, things got kind of in a wrong direction. In my opinion, even though I'm a victim of this, even though I am, on social media or something like that, like let's say Facebook. I only have Facebook, that's it, But even though I'm kind of, same into this type of system, it still feels like I'm not belong in this type of environment. Because social media in general, as I said, was designed to isolate people, was designed to destroy the family unit, right? Because we are always on our phones, right? We are not face to face more often. And, it's like a huge shift into how we talk, how we interact. Social media has its good parts, but also has bad parts, and I think it outweighs. I think the negatives of it outweighs the positives, because especially when you interact with someone on Facebook, right? You have a profile, you have a friend, or let's say friends, because even friends is not really a good term to use when you have a friend on Facebook, right? And you talk to him long hours, but only texting, and it doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel anything like this, because how you can interact with someone like in a keyboard thing, and then in real world, when you meet, you always on the phone with him. I see many examples. I see with my own eyes, I'm not gonna lie. I see many examples, like walking in the street, couples, not all, but some couples, like when they are in a restaurant, they are in a public space, uh, instead of looking at each other, instead of try to feel the moment, feel the excitement, right? It's just like always looking on the phone, right? Always looking, and just like it doesn't have any sort of interaction, and that is very sad, that is very sad, because why not put the phone down, and just like look at the person? That's why you are there, right? To look and to feel, right? So yeah, one of my opinions, one of my aspects, I'm trying to share to you guys what seen, in the real life, my appeal. And it's more like you know like a design, because social media should be like, in my opinion, if social media ever exists for necessity, it should be like a phone call, from my opinion. Like a phone call, like back in the days when a couple was at distant, right? It should be like a phone call. Even when you have Facebook, exists voice call or video call, right? But let's say phone call, voice call actually. It should be like a voice call, like a phone. You call someone and just like you meet. Let's meet, right? Uh, this is from my opinion what should be social media. In short, like a phone call. Like imagine the days when you have the flip phones, right? It's just like that. And then you press and say, hello, can we meet? Something like that. Like a small conversation and then let's meet somewhere. That should be like in short. But social media, the issue is that it escalates to more things. And I'm gonna talk about, because this person recommends me to talk in a deeper level. And I think all of you know this, but I'm trying to share this to you so it can be understanding in some, let's say, different perspective. So I was talking in my previous video about ghosting, about why a girl, when you talk to online before second date, let's say, might ghost you. Well, I'm gonna tell from my perspective, from my own perspective, this. So the girl, back in the day, let's start back in the day, didn't have phone, didn't have internet, didn't have many things, was just living the life, was just living a simple life. When so the family of that girl just like trying to say to her, you should find a husband, you should raise your family, when comes the time when family, like giving you signs, that giving you encouragement to find someone and things like that. So the girl, if she didn't have much anything, like nothing to connect to, like a phone, let's say have a phone, like a flip phone or a landline from her house, right? And let's say that girl finds a guy from her school, the school she is studying, and everything going well, and that girl, signs, she didn't have much, like a phone to like scroll, like nowadays, a phone to just keep in touch into many world connections. She was naturally, from her instinct, and genuinely focusing on that guy she was with, focusing on him, and focusing on her life with him, try to focus in the moment. And that was kind of the deeper level on this subject. She tries to focus on him, because she didn't have much to own, like phone, computer, internet, etc. She was trying to focus on him genuinely, and things went well, things went good, in the good direction. And you hear stories from the past, marriages lasts, have many children, grandchildren, because was this focus, right? You understand? So was this focus, was this kind of genuinely wants to be with that guy because she feels that, you know. That guy for her was everything. Only that guy. Now, let's get back in today's times. So, now you see all internet, social media, other suspicious platforms like TikTok, which personally I hate that. I hate TikTok, I hate Instagram, I hate every kind of things like that. I have all in Facebook just to, but same, I hate that. For me, YouTube, I'm saying now from my own, mind. YouTube is the one who is more, educational, but still. So let's now back to our topic, our story. So exist, everything today. Internet, social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. All these interesting platforms, which is very bad. So let me tell you this. So now let's get into this girl's story. So right now, this girl in these times, with all of this in her property, like owning all of this, have accounts in any platform like this. Her family presence, I'm saying same from my opinion, I'm not sure, but from my own perspective, what might happen the scene. Her family presence is low. So her family didn't have much encouragement. It's like her her family presence is kind of low. So what happens? This girl might, might not have much interest in anything. Why? Because something which still cannot be explained, and that is psychologically cannot be explained. This type of platforms, that social media contains, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, gives you some sort of feeling like you are owned by everyone. It's like you are for everyone. You are for every guy you are out there. And not just like, it's like erase your desire, erase your feeling of being desired for someone. And just like having some sort of feeling like you can explore instead of, put the effort. It's like exploration instead of effort, if you know what I mean. What happens? Let's say a girl meet with a guy, right? Online. Because online, is the only way. So she meets with a guy. Not meets, connects. Let's better say connects. And she talks, okay, very nice, so let's meet, yeah, and as I said in my previous video, everything goes well, and then after that it's the mystery and the issue. Why second date you might never reach? Why? Simple. Because this girl might think in her mind, let's say a scene, like might think in her mind, oh, um, I have many options here. Like many guys, I mean, many guys have access to me. Many guys have like saying, "Oh, you are beautiful. Oh, let's meet." And very quickly, her mind like lost in that initial guy who met. Because why? Because the options flow in from these platforms. Guys who might never know the situation, many guys message her like, oh, let's meet, but not know the other hand, like a conflict, of interest indirectly. Might never know, many guys might message her. And that initial guy who just met face to face, you know, lost. In her mind, he is lost. Like, not exist. Because this social media influences her mind to talk to like the next guy that deviates, distraction, right? And that is a big issue. And I think that's the deeper issue that we confront today. Social media destroys relationships, destroys a lot of things, and very sad. Very sad, because that's why you hear, right? You hear low birth rates, people that don't have kids. Some of them have, but statistically, at least from what I hear, and you hear also low birth rates, people don't marry anymore, trust issues, a lot of hate between, man and woman for no unexpectedly reason, which man and woman should unite, not hate each other. And all because social media influences this. It's like, something that psychologically, as I said, gives us some feelings, some reactions to our mind which cannot be explained, Maybe science, I don't know, but yeah. So that's my take on that, guys. And thank you very much, someone who recommends me this topic to talk about. And I think you guys know already about this. So I'm trying to make this in a different perspective from my own, from my own view. And that is the big issue, because, social media, influences our concentration, our genuine desire, kills our desire, our purpose, And back then, without social media, of course, you feel like, even me, I was living in a time, to be honest, I was kind of little rich that time, when social media was not a thing. I remember, somebody of my, because I'm from Romania originally, so most of my childhood I spent in my country, Romania, and I remember some friend of mine, actually somebody, I had a circle of friends, and I remember I played soccer, I played tennis, and was no phones. Everybody was speaking genuinely, with full of life, and was really a good time and memorable. And how I wish to have a time machine to go back to these times. And that was in 2000s, I remember. Was the last time things went normal, you know. And that's my topic for today, guys. I really hope you like my topic, and please, you have all the freedom to share your comment, and please appropriate, share your comment about your story and your own perspective about social media, how social media influences us, how social media destroys, the family unit. You no wonder hearing low birth rates, people don't have kids anymore, like still have kids, but majority choose not to. Statistically, from what I hear, marriages, same kind of rare. And you share your comment and say from your own perspective how it's like, how social media influences our daily life, especially relationships. And with that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching my video, and keep going on. You are free to suggest me any topic, and I will gladly talk about. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Peace.